Hey guys, it's Rally here and welcome to episode 11 of Let's FIFA 18, an episode where we actually happen to get a little bit of a pack luck for once, and we actually make quite a few coins as well. So look forward to that, but yeah, we start off with some squad building challenges because, well, it's an easy way to get some coins into a club in the beginning. So in previous episodes I completed 2 of the Hybrid Nation squad building challenges, and here I completed sort of the 2 last one I needed, and those were like the easiest ones to complete, so you didn't get any like huge pack rewards. I think the first one was just like a normal gold pack or a jumbo gold pack, something like that. I packed Evra and I got a squad fitness item, so not really anything that'll sell for too much. The squad fitness will probably sell for around 1,000 eventually. And then in the next pack I get a striker from a La Liga 82 rated, which could be quite useful for some of the squad building challenges where we need a bit of a rating. For example, the League and Nations hybrid challenges. I think the last one you need a somewhat high rated squad and a lot of loyalty, so he could definitely be used there. I also packed Højbjerg, which went for a bit because Danish players were used in the marquee matchups, and they went for a little bit. And then I finally get the screens popping up on the side. I think that is one of the very first times we actually get that, and I managed to pack Mustafi, and I was a little bit excited, hoping he would go for a fair bit, but he ended up only going for around 4,000 coins when I checked the market. I also got Coman, a nice little player that could be fun to play with eventually, but I decided to list him up as well because that will see me get some coins into my club. And as you see here, I sold on Højbjerg for 3,000 coins, and still had Mustafi and Coman up on the transfer list. And then I went out and spent, I want to say, around 10,000 coins to complete a couple more challenges. So I went out for the one where you basically just need a bunch of different leagues, so you just go with a single nation. So I went with the Brazilians here for the first one, able to use that Brazilian striker I packed, and yeah, I also used some of the players I had in my club already, like Vendel and so on, and we will complete the, I suppose, the most difficult one, get the Mega Pack into our club there. So I suppose it cost me a fair amount of coins to complete it, but 10,000 coins for a Mega Pack, I'd say, is definitely worth it. So yeah, we go out and we open that one up, hoping that we might get something pretty decent, and what pops up is nothing to get me excited at all. Mario Gaspar, I was a little bit disappointed with that. I was hoping I would get a nice big player, but nonetheless, we'll still make our coins back, because no matter what you get in a Mega Pack, you probably make more than 10,000 coins, I'd imagine. So yeah, a bunch of different players here that we'll be using for more squad building challenges in the future. So I just went through a lot of squad fitness. There's some healing cards, some position modifiers, and I'm not too sure what to do with all of them yet. I am thinking maybe of hanging on to the squad fitness because they'll be nice when we eventually play the weekend league, but at the same time they also sell for a fair bit. Anyways, we sold on Mustafi there, and I went out and invested my coins in more challenges. So the next thing I did, I built an Argentinian squad for the one where I need 9 different leagues. And the reason for that is, well, I used a lot of the Brazilians I had in my club for the first one, and then the next nation I had a lot of players from in a bunch of different leagues was Argentinians. So I went down and completed that, and we get another pretty nice little pack, and we happen to get our very first Walkout in Miranda. So I was pretty happy with that. He fits perfectly into our Serie A squad. Of course, when you see a Brazilian Walkout, you would of course love to get Neymar, but getting Miranda is very, very nice. He goes for around 20,000 coins, and yeah, he fits our squad perfectly. So that is definitely a player I'll be keeping and playing with. So I was quite happy with that pack, and that was definitely worth the coins we spent there, because still by keeping Miranda and then selling on the remaining items, we'll still make a bit of profit. Anyways, with that, we had 2 more challenges left in the group, and that was to have 7 and 5 different leagues included. So we started off with the one with 7, and in that we get a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack. We opened that one up, and we will not get anything outstanding, and I didn't really expect too much from that pack either. It's not like one of those packs where you think, ooh, I might pack something that would be very, very useful. So yeah, not really anything we could use, maybe apart from players for squad building challenges. And then Alvaro, which I already have in my club, would list him up on the transfer market. The nice thing with all these like non-rares and sort of useless players, they still go for a fair bit at this stage of the game. And the final squad we built was pretty much with players I had in my club. I could use a bunch of silvers and random players to get the 5 different leagues included in this one. So yeah, that was very, very easy and cheap to complete because you didn't need a high rating at all. And yeah, that is also reflected in the pack. I think you only got like a jumbo pack or something. But at the same time, we completed the entire set, and that meant we got a rare mecha pack. A pack where you do have a chance of getting something pretty good. So we start off with the Jumbo Gold pack, 24 items and only 3 rare in it. So yeah, just a lot of non-rare stuff. But we still happen to get the screens popping up on the side, and we get a goalkeeper that's 84 rated in Berkey. And despite him not selling for a lot, he will be very, very useful in the squad building challenges where you need a high rating, because he is very, very cheap on the market, or at least he doesn't sell for a whole lot. And that also means that it doesn't hurt to use him for a squad building challenge where you need high rating. So not too disappointed getting him, considering I didn't expect much from this pack. And then a bunch of contracts and fitness items. We can use that. Player healing cards, which, again, I'm a bit like the squad fitness. I feel the same way with the healing cards. I could save them for the weekend league, but I could also sell them on and maybe make some profit on those guys. Not on those guys, on those cards, I mean. So I'll have to figure that out. I might sell them if I need the coins. If I don't, I'll just have them around in my club. Anyways, moving on to the big pack, the exciting pack, with just only rare items in it, and we would not get the screens popping up. I was, gotta be honest, I was quite disappointed in that, considering the last pack, we actually got the screens popping up, and now we had a pack that was just miles better, or should be miles better. And we just, of course, we got a lot of rare items and players, but I was hoping that I would get someone nice in that pack. At least if there was a pack I expected to get something good from, that would be the one. So as you see here, we just have a lot of players that, well, they will sell on, they'll make us some coins, we can use them in challenges as well, but of course, ideally you want to get something a little bit better. I got a Brazilian right winger here, and the Brazilians do sell for a little bit on the right hand side of the pitch, because if you want to complete some of the challenges where you need a lot of different nations, the right wingers there's not too many of them, so he would sell for a little bit there, which I suppose is quite nice. And I was just checking some of the cards here to see what they went for on the market, and if I could make a bit of profit on them, or if I should just keep them around in my club for future squad building challenges. So yeah, you see me here just listed up a couple of different players, and then apart from that, I decided to send most of the stuff to my club. This Micon guy, I believe I ended up listing him up, and you will see me using him again in the future in a challenge where you needed loyalty. So I guess in hindsight, I maybe shouldn't have listed him up, but then again, I managed to complete the challenge a little bit further down the road. And as you can see here, we sold on a couple more players, and with that, I jumped into some offline gameplay. And the reason for that, I wanted to get that special kit. I think the weekly challenge, it expired yesterday, so this was pretty much just before it expired. I jumped in and played a couple of squad battle matches in order to secure that kit. I needed 2 more wins if I wanted to get it. So we on the ball here with Abubakar, and we get a goal here to make it 1-0. And we continue on. We play it on through to Bruma, and I believe I bumped it up to Legendary here. This was like the first time trying it out on Legendary. I believe it might still have been on World Class. I cannot exactly remember, because I did play quite a bit of the squad battles, just because there was some challenges around it, and I thought, well, why not play a bit? We might get some pretty decent rewards from that. So yeah, we jump in, and it wasn't Legendary I played. I was also thinking about the Ultimate. I tweeted out and asked, like, how big is the difference? And apparently there is quite a big difference between Ultimate and a Legendary difficulty, and I suppose we'll just stay on the Legendary for now, and then maybe at one point we'll give the Ultimate a go. But I heard a lot of pros, or some pros, have lost to it as well, so it must be pretty damn difficult to play against. Anyways, against Legendary, I feel like I'm doing all right. Sometimes you do mess up a little bit, but I feel like most of the time you can sort of figure out how the AI plays. If you get an early goal, they tend to push forward, and you can quite easily hit them on the counter and score goals. And if they're in the front, it can be a little bit tricky to score against them, because they can be like quite condensed and just sit back. But as you can see, I went into extra time and I got Felipe Anderson and Nanyan. I scored some goals, and all of a sudden the floodgates just opened as the AI pushed forward. I got 3 goals in extra time, and that saw me getting a lot of points for the squad battles, actually almost moving me into the gold tier of rewards. And maybe that's where I want to finish, because you get a couple of thousand coins and you get some decent packs, so that might be something to try out. But as you can see here, we managed to get that special kit I was looking after. So yeah, we might play with that. I think it looks all right. And moving on, there was some, of course, more squad building challenges. Some pretty simple ones and not too expensive. So I thought, let's just complete them, see if we get some pack luck. And I guess that's the main reason. That is to hope you get something nice from a pack. If we pack someone very, very big, a huge player, then we can start building some really, really nice stuff. So yeah, we open up a pack here, no screens popping up, and we get Viviano. So not really anyone good, but then again, the challenge wasn't too expensive. And we also got Mariano, and he definitely sells for a bit again. Brazilians for those squad building challenges where I need a bunch of different leagues. The Brazilians are very popular, and again, he's in the Turkish league where players also are in demand for the squad building challenges. Now, I believe I had a couple of different players listed up on the transfer list at this stage, and I was sort of waiting for them to sell on, and therefore I played some more offline. We will be getting into a lot of online gameplay in the near future, just not in this episode. I think it'll be in the next one, or the one after that. We'll like start playing a lot of online stuff, and that will be what we go towards, I want to say. But in this episode, I just wanted to like make up a bit of a coin total and have some coins in before we start like moving into some of the higher divisions. I guess that one loss I got in the last episode sort of had me a little bit scared that my squad maybe wasn't good enough, and maybe I wanted to strengthen it a little bit. And we have gotten Miranda in now, but I maybe want to get a couple more key players in to really feel like I have a really strong squad for when playing. Anyways, I went up 3-0 against the AI here, and then I thought I was going to keep the clean sheet, and then in the final seconds, the AI would score. And I think you definitely get a couple more points if you keep that clean sheet. Still over 2,000 points, which is quite nice. We moved into gold 3 now, and it goes pretty quickly, especially in the beginning. You don't need too many points, and if you get like 2,000 something points for each match, you're quite quickly into the gold tier. So not too bad at all. And with that, more squad building challenges. I think it was the Keita challenge. He moved from Lazio to Monaco, so sort of similar to the Lukaku one you had to do. And again, not too expensive here. I used Evra, which I already had in my club, because, well, even though he was rare, most French left backs went for around the same price. So yeah, off he'd go, and we get a couple more packs to open up. So yeah, as you can see in this episode, we're opening a lot of packs. And there is still one big player to come. We already got no Walkout, but we get a player that is a tiny bit better. So look out for that. There's not long left of this episode for that guy to pop up. Anyways, we get 1,000 coins in this pack. And yeah, we would open up the all players pack. And that one, I didn't expect anything good. I was just hoping maybe I could get some players for the last like big group of squad building challenges that are left, which is the Hybrid League and Nations squad building challenges, because in the most difficult one of those, you actually do need a lot of loyalty. Anyways, we got Felipe Luis here, and that was not the player I was talking about, which we are going to get, but still a very nice player to pack, because he goes for around 20,000 coins. I think I'll end up selling him for 21.5 thousand coins. So a very, very nice player to pack there in a pack I didn't expect to get anything good from. So you see here, I sold him on, and I ended up spending, I want to say, around 16, maybe 15,000 coins, something like that. And I completed all but the Hybrid Master squad building challenge in the group of League and Nations, Hybrid League and Nations. So yeah, I completed 3 of these. And the thought was that I was really close to being able to complete the last one, but I needed a little bit. I need like one more player with loyalty in order to complete it. So I thought I'll complete the 3 ones beforehand, and thereby I'll hopefully get some decent packs where I can get that final player I'm looking for in order to complete the Hybrid Master Challenge. And by completing the entire set, you also get 12,000 coins. So yeah, we go out and we open up these packs, and I was just looking for that one player that would fit into that would fit into that squad. So we managed to get Mata, which quite nice actually. He sells for around 8,000 coins. I decided to hang on onto him for now because I didn't exactly know how I was going to build that final squad for the final challenge. So I decided everyone that's high rated, I'll just hang on to them. And then I managed to get Salvio, and I was quite happy with that because one thing I was looking for was a winger from the Portuguese league. So he would actually be the final piece in the puzzle in order to complete that last challenge. And I didn't know it at this stage, I just knew he might be useful. And it actually turns out he was the one we're looking for. Another nice rated Brazilian. I'm happy with that. Fabinho coming into our club as well here. And another Monaco player in Sidibe. And I could see myself maybe building a Leon squad. The one player that would be amazing to get would of course be Neymar, but he is very, very expensive. Anyways, some consumable items and a nice amount of coins right there. So with that, I got my final player for the final challenge. And the final squad building challenge we'll be doing in this episode. As you can see, he goes in on the right hand side. I decided to use João Mario, which I played a lot of games with. I picked up a couple of players. I think you can pick up like 6 or 7 players here without loyalty on them. So I completed there. João Mario, he didn't go for as much as when I bought him, so I was okay with letting him go. And with that, I completed the final set, and I got the rare players pack. And in that, I'll be pleasantly surprised with the player I got. I got a Spanish player. And then it was the centre back, so I hoped Ramos, but no, it was Azpilicueta, and I had no clue at this stage how much he'd go for, but I was very surprised about the amount he went for. I guess Premier League and quite high rated, he got good pace and he got some very good stats for centre back, but he goes for around 60,000 coins. And that is a lot of coins. Eventually, it will actually send us up over 100,000 coins once he sells. So a nice big player there in regards to sort of coinage going into our club. I also got the Ox, and I got Hard. So a couple of players that sell on. So definitely a very, very nice pack. So in the next episode, we'll be using some of these coins actually to play the draft, because I thought it would be fun to give the draft a go. Maybe get someone big in the draft and play with, and of course you also get some pack rewards for that. And in the beginning you can definitely make some nice profit on the draft, so that will be the aim for the next episode. But for now, we're going to end it off right here, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and that's pretty much all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.